just a quick update on what's going on.
Really busy hub, but right now, pretty much empty. There's a few brave souls here that are braving the conditions to head on mass transit this morning. We saw a few buses here and there, but service delayed and partially suspended as well for some of the train lines and buses. I'm going to read off the MTA website right now and definitely recommend E and the W are suspended. The L is partially suspended. And then the B, the M, the J, and the N have severe delays. Same goes for the 2, the D, the F, G. Basically, a lot of subways here. The express to local routes are the 3, 4, 5, 6, and the A. I just listed a lot of trains. So definitely I would check the line that you have to go on, sure that it is running smoothly if you do have to go out. Now, we spoke with a few people here, the few stragglers that are braving the conditions. Someone was shoveling his car. We went over to him to ask him what he was doing out here in the conditions, and why don't you take a listen? What brings you out here in these blizzardy conditions?
Yeah, because I want to make it easy, because if I don't start right now, it's going to be a little harder later. So that's why I'm trying to take my time right now to dig before it come in the daytime.
That's what you got to do. Now, a lot of people out there are slipping and falling because people are not doing what he just mentioned. You got to get out there early, get your shovel on, pay a few people, do what you got to do, but always make sure that the road is clear. You get sued for that. Okay, you get sued for that. But let's check and see what else is going on with this snow and all of this storm stuff. Check it out.
Of millions waking up to whipping winds and blinding snow as a life-threatening nor'easter barrels up the East Coast, burying Philadelphia, New York, and Boston in potentially a foot of snow or worse. Overnight, thunder snow lighting up the sky and impacting visibility, as you can see from EarthCam atop the Statue of Liberty.
We want people off the roads.
At least 7 governors declaring states of emergency, including New Jersey, which had its first blizzard warning for the entire state.
Stay your ass home. Nobody needs you outside. Nobody wants you outside. Stay your ass home.
3 decades.
This storm faces more risks than the last one because of the blizzard conditions and the heavy winds.
Powerful wind gusts up to 75 miles an hour causing concerns, including coastal flooding from Maryland to Maine.
Just went out here. We are pitch black.
Now, if you see, a lot of times, you see what's going on out there. You got the floods, you got the everything that's going on, right? But a lot of times, they be giving these fake warnings. Everybody knows this. They give fake warnings. We got our cabinets stacked up from the last warning. There was no need to shop now, because you scared us like 3 times, 4 times before now, and nothing happened. Now something is finally happening these days. So we get to use the shit that we got in our cabinets. But I'm sure a lot of you still got tissue for when they said, go rack up on your house stuff, right? So everybody ran outside and got tissue. Everybody wiping their ass over and over again for no reason, because they got too much tissue. But it's crazy out there. And you know what? It's okay. Let's keep rocking. We stick together and we're going to get through this storm. Yeah.
Widespread power outages made worse by downed trees due to heavy snow and treacherous travel on the roads, causing this tractor trailer in New Jersey to slide off the highway.
So please don't put our first responders in any danger by being out if you don't have to.
And the roads aren't the only travel trouble. With major airports impacted by the storm, travelers facing thousands of delays and cancellations. Schools are closed today across the Northeast, including the nation's largest district in New York City. The mayor delivering the news to a student.
No online school, yes! No remote learning, full classic snow day.
He got a full school loving him for that. Okay? But then again, he got people hating him for that. We could go into that right now too, you know? But we're not going to go into that. We're going to let him live because he's been getting tortured. All right? We're going to let him live. Okay? We just saw another mayor getting his head torn off in Chicago. They had a beautiful stand destroying him, putting him under the bus, way under the bus. Let's let this rock for a little bit, then we're going to go into something else because the storm is going crazy. We're going to show you how the storm been brewing.
Americans hunkering down as the storm pummels the East Coast.
And power crews are also at the ready when the pace of this storm starts to slow. Already from Virginia to Massachusetts, hundreds of thousands of people are waking up without power because of the combination of these strong winds and the wet and heavy snow. Energy providers say it could take days to restore, guys.
All right, I'm gonna get it.
Now that's crazy, right? But y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Now, here we have the recovery crew in California, okay? Finding bodies that was missing. Pay attention. Pay attention. It's more than just 50 Cent disrespecting T.I. It's more than just T.I. dropping a track that we probably think or maybe is or not a diss back to 50. It's more than that. We got real life going on out there. Check this out. Pay attention.
The site of the state's deadliest avalanche on record after days of dangerous weather. The bodies of 9 backcountry skiers have now been recovered, and officials have identified every victim. What began as a search and rescue mission shifted into a somber recovery effort in the mountains near Lake Tahoe.
I can confirm that we have recovered 9.
First, I would like to say, stay out of those mountains. We in storm season. Stay out of those mountains, man. Especially if you black. You ain't got no business up there. Stop acting different, you know? You know what I'm talking about. Stop acting different. Put your sneakers back on. Put your Nike Air Max back on and go for a run. Okay? Take those hiking boots off. You got no business out there. And for all the other people that's out there, besides the blacks, yeah, do the same thing. That'll probably help you out. And you get a little cardio walk. Let's go.
Of our missing skiers, we cannot say enough how tremendously sorry we are for the families that has been affected by this avalanche.
Among the victims were 3 highly trained Blackbird mountain guides, all experienced in avalanche safety and backcountry travel. Investigators still working to determine what triggered the avalanche, as folks there mourn the 9 lives lost.
Now, as you can see, shit got crazy. After all this time of the storm brewing and doing what it's doing, this is what happens. Stay out of those mountains. No time for climbing mountains right now. No time for conquering a mountain, okay? There's no time for conquering mountains.
As you probably heard, former Prince Andrew was arrested on suspicion of misconduct in public office in England Thursday, stemming from his involvement with financier Jeffrey Epstein. Elizabeth Palmer is in London.
Snapped by a Reuters photographer as he left police custody, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor looked stunned. Once a dashing royal and younger brother to King Charles, the former prince's arrest made history this week, and not in a good way.
How exceptional is this?
Mark Stevens is a London lawyer.
Last week's really been entirely unprecedented. Certainly in the modern era, we've never had an arrest of a member of the royal family.
The police are now searching Andrew's royal homes for evidence in a widening investigation into misuse of public office. Documents in the Epstein files show that when he was Britain's high-flying trade ambassador, then Prince Andrew may have shared privileged information illegally. On Thursday, King Charles said in a statement, "The law must take its course." In a now infamous BBC interview, Andrew admitted knowing Epstein.
It would be a considerable stretch to say that he was a very, very close friend, but he had the most extraordinary ability to bring extraordinary people together.
But he denied allegations by Virginia Giuffre that she'd been trafficked at age 17 by Epstein and forced to have sex with Andrew. Even so, he settled out of court with her for an
Look at him. Now, this is a man that people probably look up to. This is a man that people probably want to be. And look what he's getting caught in. Look at the type of scandal that he's getting. Let's look at the type of, we're going to look at it. We're not going to skip nothing. I don't even want to talk. I want to look at him and discuss to know what he's been doing. You running around here with you in the Eps. You got an episode in the Eps. The Epsteins, yeah. You got an episode in it. Let's look at him and let's understand who he is and who he was. And it don't mean nothing. Them cuffs is on his wrist. Let's watch what's going on.
Disclosed some, and that left him damaged goods. He was removed from public duties and last year stripped of his royal titles. He's now merely Mr.
Epstein had a whole crew of, you know what he did? What is that movie? There's this movie where they put together all the like exotic people. They had Dr. Jekyll. They had a lot of people. Oh, Extraordinary Gentleman or Extraordinary something. It was called Extraordinary something. I remember that. Epstein had a mind to put together all the extraordinary people for bad. It's not, I wanted to just say for this or for that, but no, just straight up bad. For bad. I don't know. Hopefully you guys are hearing me right. For bad. A bunch of evil human beings that want to watch kids run around. They want to set black people on fire. I've been hearing some crazy stuff. Hopefully I'm hitting you with some bullshit right there with that one. Okay? I don't like the setting black people on fire stuff, man. Okay? Y'all better cut that shit out. Motherfucker. Setting us on fire, you weirdos. What are you getting out of that? You happy and you probably was one of those kids when they used to do the lynchings. And they used to do those lynchings and they had those kids watching. Yeah, I seen those and they turned them into postcards. I seen all of it. You disgusting bastards. Get yourselves together. Go find a life. The one you've been living is disgusting and it should be thrown away. Okay. Let's keep going. Let's trash this prince, this royalty, man of royalty out there getting caught up in the Ep file. He in the Ep file. This shit is crazy. It's crazy.
Mountbatten Windsor facing justice, which has raised questions about Epstein-related justice in the United States.
I mean, in some ways, you might think of Prince Andrew as a dead cat on a table in the sense that he's the distraction. Nobody is paying attention to Americans who seem to have been involved.
When Pam Bondi, the U.S. Attorney General, faced tough questions from lawmakers earlier this month, there was certainly no talk of arrest.
I find it.
How many have you indicted?
Excuse me. I'm going to answer the question.
Answer my question.
No, I'm going to answer the question the way I want to answer the question.
No,
Your
you're going to answer the
theatrics are
question the
ridiculous.
way I asked it.
Here in Britain, the police have expanded their investigation. The country is waiting to find out if Andrew will be charged with a crime. And Buckingham Palace, already shell-shocked, is bracing for the worst.
Crazy, right? I know, but hold on. There's more crazy stuff. It don't stop. Now, the thing is with that Epstein file, you got so many people getting caught up in it. You got the lies and then you got the truth. We have to separate it. And until then, it's just crazy to us. Now, this to me is crazy. I was listening to it, and you know what? Why not? Right? We don't know the truth. So anything that's being told to us, we can receive, right? We can receive it and just digest it in a certain way and say to ourselves if we believe it or not. Now check this out. These are facts that they're saying about Epstein. They're saying it's facts. We don't know if it's facts. They're saying it's facts. So these are a few facts that they're not speaking about. And they're saying it's insane facts and it's 50 facts. Okay, let's check it out.
Hey, this is Josh, and here are the most insane facts about the Epstein files that nobody talks about. Number 50. The word cannibal appears 52 times in the Epstein files, with 6 mentions of cannibalism. One email from a redacted sender sparked online rumors. It references a restaurant called Cannibal and repeatedly mentions jerky, which some claim was a code word. Other files, however, contain far more explicit accusations about Epstein's activities. Number 49. One of the files implies that Epstein and his associates may have been involved in some kind of ritualistic sacrifice. The file in question revolves around an alleged interview between FBI officials and an anonymous man in 2019. The man claimed that he witnessed acts of sacrifice on board a yacht belonging to Epstein back in 2000. Although he provided no evidence, this remains one of the most deeply disturbing stories linked to the infamous sex trafficker. The files may be redacted, but what we do know is horrifying. Number 48. Numerous emails show Epstein asking women of different ages to send explicit photos and videos. Many appear nervous or distressed, trying to explain their fears. In one 2015 email, a woman tells him she's still a virgin and knows nothing about sex. Epstein ignores her and simply orders her to send an explicit selfie. Epstein's obsessions went far beyond emails. Number 47. Epstein installed numerous hidden
Yo, this what happens when you got too much power. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to say too much. I'm going to say I don't know. But that's what I'm thinking right now. This is what happens when you have too much power. Let's go.
Cameras around his various properties. The sex trafficker asked one of his private pilots, Larry Wysocki, to buy a number of motion-detected hidden cameras. Wysocki later confirmed that he had
That's why God said give him the glory. Because if you're giving him the glory, you're taking it from yourself. It kind of humbles you. I'm not going to repeat what I said. You rewind that. But I'm just saying, I'm just giving it as a thought. That's from the Bible type stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that, I believe in everything from the Bible. No. I'm just saying that can be a thought that you can, put to work. You know what I'm saying? Actual life. Remember that, what I said.
Purchased the cameras from a spy shop in Florida, adding, "It's amazing how small."
I emphasize again, it is free.
Amazing how small they are. They're the size of a thumbnail drive. Wysocki also wrote that he had already begun installing the cameras inside Kleenex boxes, and that voyeurism extended to every corner of his twisted empire. Number 46. Epstein may have used the hidden.
Yo, you go to his bathroom, it's okay to feel uncomfortable. You know how when you go to people's bathroom, you feel uncomfortable? You know what I'm saying? Some bathrooms make you feel comfortable. Some bathrooms, you don't feel comfortable. His could be beautiful as hell. It's okay to feel uncomfortable. It could be clean as hell. It's okay to feel uncomfortable because guess what? You could be on watch. Maybe he's not paying you attention, but your wife going in that bathroom when she says she got to freshen up before y'all go out? Okay. Yeah, she's on cam. And the dude is wild enough. These dudes they be wilding. So he's watching you too. Puffy will be watching you. If the way they made him look, I'm not saying it's true, but the way they made him look, he'll be watching you. If that's really him, the way they made him look. Get what I'm saying? I hope you get what I'm saying. Let's keep it going.
Cameras to capture compromising videos of high-profile figures. Around the same time he was installing them, he received an email saying, "Remember what we spoke about? If you want to put cameras in the house, it'll have to be very discreetly done. The Russians may come in handy." Many believe Epstein was secretly filming guests and possibly sending the footage to...
See, he was a spy beyond being a pervert. Let's do it again. He was a pervert, but beyond being a pervert, he was a spy. Oh, that's crazy, right? Yeah, he had a devilish mind, evil plot-twisting brain. He could have made mad movies. He's worth probably like 10, 12 movies because of the shit he do. You could separate it nicely. You could just do a whole joint on kids with him. You could do a whole joint on him being a spy for the governments and shit like that. Then you could put a whole joint of him blackmailing people. You could put a whole joint on him of supposed to be rappers. All of this is probably hitting 50 brain right now. If 50 paying attention to me, he probably like, oh, wait a minute. This sounds like a doc. It's a doc, bro. You know what I'm saying? You could put one with it's supposed to be rappers that could have been in a plot twist. And then you got another one when he's kidnapping females and he's on some Dexter shit. You know what I'm saying? Then you could pull another one. I shouldn't even go to another. No, I'm not even going to go to another one. But there's another one you could pull out of there. This mind of his was so crazy. And some would say it's fascinating. Yep. You know, some would say it's fascinating. You know why they're going to say it's fascinating? They're going to be like, the way he thought of, like, look what the guy said. The guy said, the way he can put all these extraordinary people in one place. He was fascinated. That's it. That's game for you. Let's continue, because we're not letting go. Pause. Let's go.
Russian intelligence to blackmail politicians and businessmen worldwide. And this was just the beginning. Number 45. Many of Epstein's emails remain mysterious due to redactions. One sent...
That looked like Trump. Now, if they start talking about Trump, I'm not gonna bug out and laugh, but I don't know what I'm going to do. But that looked like Trump. They're about to throw Trump in there. I bet you. Let's go.
Just a day after Donald Trump won the 2016 election, states, "Dear Jeffrey, you are so intelligent and powerful men. Please tell me what is going to happen with Europe and Eastern Europe." Epstein issues a curt response, "It's okay." Even Hollywood's elite were caught in Epstein's disturbing web. Number 44. A so-called Oscar guru joked about giving Epstein a baby from Africa. Peggy Siegel, a Hollywood insider known for arranging exclusive screenings and promoting Oscar contenders, was in contact with Epstein for years. In one 2009 email exchange while she was visiting Kenya, Siegel offers to bring a little baby back for you, or two, boys or girls. And yet, no one in Hollywood publicly questioned that exchange.
What did he do with those kids if he got those kids? You know what? We could just start, since he's so foul, we can just start throwing him under the bus. Now peep this. What did he do with those kids? What did he do with them? Huh? Did he fry these little black kids? Because I told you what I heard. It was burning. He's talking about burning. Did he fry them and make jerkies? That they mentioned earlier about the jerkies. He's going to call the restaurant, send them the bad meat, which is black people burnt from Africa or from wherever they could get them from. Okay? You let them chop them up, and he's gonna make beef jerkies out of them. And then when people come over to hang out at his little weirdo places, he's like that dude Hannibal. If you ever saw the Hannibal show, Hannibal will feed you food from a person's body. He'll feed you a person's body part. He was wild. So guess what? Epstein, these shows don't come out of nowhere. They come from twisted minds, yo. You got one twisted mind, you got another. Okay? So best believe anything you see on TV, it happens somewhere in the world. Sorry to say, it's that crooked out there. It really happened. Now Epstein, he had this dirty mind. He sat there and put these people together. He's over there burning he's burning children, turning them into jerkies. And you got all type of Instagram things with I saw this black girl, she was on there explaining what Epstein was doing. I saw that and I was like, wow, that's crazy. She's reading it with a passion. Okay? Matching it up with shit that's in some type of book and all that. She's just going crazy with it. Okay? So Epstein is causing a whole uproar. You know, we gotta let him have it. Okay? Now, we just seen how the prince listened to this shit and a little bit, and we're gonna cut it off because we're not into doing all that to people. We're not linking nothing up. There is no link ups. This is just me putting up videos so we can sit there and see, and you can get a clear mind of what people are thinking about this dude and what he probably really then did and what they just don't know. And the stuff that they do know, let me tell you something. They're gonna keep it from the public because the public don't need to know the crazy stuff that he was doing, that other people probably was doing with him that's not caught up in this whole thing with him. You know, who's not in jail? Okay, who's not doing time? Who else then killed themselves? We need to know. We don't know nothing. So let's just speculate. Let's do what the hell we want with this. Put him under the bus, do everything we can with this guy. Throw him in the, get good content. Let's continue.
Epstein's boasts about power only scratched the surface of depravity. Number 43. Epstein claimed to have direct ties to countless world leaders. In emails with businessmen, friends, and associates, he boasted about his powerful network across media, tech, and politics. In a 2018 exchange with former White House strategist Steve Bannon, Epstein even said, "There are many leaders of countries we can organize for you to have one-on-ones." He spoke as if arranging presidents was routine business. But Epstein wasn't just networking, he was building something far more sinister. Number 42. The former Prime Minister of Israel, Ehud Barak, described Epstein as
he wanted all the presidents to engage in sexual activities with young kids, eat beef jerkies. He wanted them to do the wildest shit, man, and giggle and laugh. I tell you, some people are wicked. Whoa, this is crazy, man. I'm believing everything. Yeah, it's your choice if you want to believe it or not. This is crazy what he's doing. Now, a lot of it probably not be true. Let's keep it funky with ourselves and be realistic. But a lot of that shit is true. And I'm not going to
collector of people. There are various emails involving Barak arranging dinner dates, meetings, and calls with Epstein. For the disgraced financier's 63rd birthday, Barak and his wife wrote him a letter highlighting his curiosity and the ability to know everything about everyone. And those words were prophetic.
I was just wondering if...
41. Oscar-winning director Woody Allen's name appears over 7,000 times in the files.
He wanted to know everything. He wanted to know everything about everyone. It's time to open up those files. Let's go.
In the 2012 email, Epstein is asked where he is, and he replies, Paris with Woody Allen. The redacted correspondent then asks if they're headed to Les Pedophiles Convention. While Allen faces no allegations of wrongdoing, emails show he had close ties to Epstein, including the financier helping Allen's daughter get into college. And the celebrity connections only grow more unexpected. Number 40. New Age guru Deepak Chopra appears in the Epstein files thousands of times. Records show he met Epstein repeatedly, attending intimate dinners at his New York home, and
look at that.
2013 and 2018, he repeatedly asked friends to arrange a face-to-face meeting and even sought a Russian visa, though it's unclear if the two ever actually met. Secretive codes could reveal the dark side of Epstein's world. Number 14. There are hundreds of references to pizza in the files. In fact, the word pizza originally appeared more than 900 times in the files, though dozens of references have since been removed. Several people also mentioned pizza and grape soda in the same message or sentence. In 2018, an Epstein associate asked,
"A slice is one person, a whole pie is a family." We could just throw him under the dirt, yo. We could just do his name dirty, but that's not right. And we know that that's not right. All that stuff I was just saying, please, all alleged, but that's not right. It's not right to put a person under the bus like that. Not like what we're doing right now. I don't care if he fit. We don't put him under the bus. Because we don't know everything. And you're not supposed to judge. Okay, so we're not judging. But we're going to guess. We're going to guess like a mother effer. Okay? Give me a second. Let's go.
This is better than a Chinese cookie. Let's go for a pizza and grape soda again. Those references appear repeatedly, often in unusual contexts. Many commenters believe that those might be code words used by Epstein and his inner circle to refer to their nefarious activities. His plans for children grow even darker. Number 13. Ghislaine Maxwell may have attempted to have a baby.
This is crazy. They're naming people, bro. This is crazy.
With Epstein. In an email from 2007, around the time when Maxwell claimed she had left Epstein's orbit and ended any romantic involvement with him, she wrote detailed instructions for Epstein to provide a sperm sample, suggesting that the two were planning some sort of shared fertility procedure. This ties in with the statements from Epstein's victim, Virginia Giuffre, who claimed in her memoir that Epstein and Maxwell intended to use her as a surrogate for their child. And that certainly wasn't Epstein's only attempt at becoming a father. Number 12. Epstein may have had at least one secret child.
We already know this dude is a psycho. We don't need to know about if he got family here, he got secret kids there. We don't need to know that. We don't. We want to know about all the gritty, grimy, dirty stuff that he's doing out there. Okay? Hold on.
Babies. The experiments he discussed get even stranger. Number 8. In other emails with high-profile...
Wait, I gotta rewind that. Hold on.
Genetics. It has long been known that the sex trafficker was fascinated with so-called transhumanism, or the idea of improving the human population through genetic engineering. But recent emails show just how fixated he was on this particular topic. In one message, Epstein discusses funding research to genetically modify embryos to produce children with more desirable traits, disturbingly calling them designer babies. The experiments he discussed get even stranger. Wow. Number 8. In other emails with high-profile scientists and entrepreneurs, Epstein discusses the possibility of using genetic engineering to increase female sex drives. He discussed this idea at length with former Stanford professor of human biology Nathan Wolfe on several.
He's a pervert. Of course, he wants women to be extra excited. He wants women to have intense experiences. But you can do that just loving a woman down. Give her some foreplay. Love on her. Stop just throwing your meat in her face. Facts. Let's keep it going.
Occasions. The pair mused over the possibility of creating a kind of female Viagra and discussed studies linking sexual behavior and microbial diversity in women. And his beliefs reveal something deeply troubling. Number 7. Epstein's genetic obsession also involved deep-seated racist beliefs. In a 2016 email exchange with German cognitive scientist and former MIT professor Joshua Bach, Epstein showed an interest in the idea of genetically modifying black people in order to make them, quote, smart.
I can help anyone.
He's building shit to make black people smarter? Okay. Like we didn't invent... Yo, I'm gonna do a Black History joint. Cause they playing with me. They playing with me and I be trying to chill. Don't play with me.
That same year, in emails to Noam Chomsky, Epstein doubled down, arguing that a set of genes used for working memory in black people could be found and adjusted to improve their intelligence. He even experimented on himself. Number 6. Epstein paid for special gene testing to extend.
This is crazy. First of all, we do everything, you know, and we don't complain. Yeah, we do complain because a lot of us do complain because we know what's going on. But we don't complain like that. We should be complaining like crazy. You weirdos. Talking stupid. Smarter than most. Hold on.
Smarter. That same year, in emails to Noam Chomsky, Epstein doubled down, arguing that a set of genes used for working memory in black people could be found and adjusted to improve their intelligence. He even experimented on himself. Number 6. Epstein paid for special gene testing to extend his lifespan. In 2008, Epstein paid a senior doctor at Massachusetts.
Maybe you too smart because you motherfucking fucking up the ozone and doing all type of dumb shit, destroying the earth. Yeah. So smart we got bad fruit. So smart we got bad food. Yeah, let's get into your smartness. So you so smart, let's think futuristic. You so smart, you're gonna be the ones to bring aliens to the earth that don't even like us because you keep reaching out to people. You're so fucking smart. Let's go.
It's General Hospital to sequence his genome and conduct personalized longevity studies, allegedly involving experimental gene editing that could have extended his life. The total cost for all the projects would have come close to $200,000, though records only show Epstein paying an initial $2,000, but his ultimate plan was far more extreme. Number 5. Epstein had a secret scheme to spread his DNA. He reportedly planned to impregnate up to 20 women at a time at his...
Look, and he probably got some super disgusting DNA that he created himself. Yeah. Let's take it there. He probably got some disgusting DNA that he created himself. Okay? And he wanted everybody to be connected to it somehow. He wanted everybody to be impregnated. All you women out there should be disgusted and mad and ready to just flip out and have a fucking march or something. They try to do you dirty. You think you having your husband's baby and you really having one of his children because they done stuck you with some needle in the midst of your pregnancy that killed your real pregnancy but raised his pregnancy. It could be demonic like that. It could be crazy. Now we digging. Yeah, pause. Yeah. It could be something sinister. See the pool right there. Women having fun. They don't even know what's going on. And they're getting stuck with a needle. They have sex that night. They think it's okay to have a baby. You really have an Epstein's child. Everybody getting stuck or getting plucked with some type of drug that make them get pregnant. That man was amazing with his mind and disgusting at the same time. That's a line right there. Amazing with my mind, disgusting at the same time. Or something, I don't know. He's nasty. He's disgusting. Let's go.
New Mexico ranch, calling it a baby factory. He shared these intentions with high-profile businessmen and scientists. There's no evidence that he ever carried out the plan, but the very fact that he thought of it shows the depths of his depravity. Epstein's homes reflected his dark, twisted thoughts. Epstein was obsessed with explicit artwork and imagery. Many of the photos released of his various properties depict countless pictures, paintings, photographs, and other depictions of naked women. A picture of his New York desk has a
He was wildin', to say the least. Just crazy, disgusting, doing what he wanna do. Let me stop. That's the way y'all reactors be acting, getting all extra into it. Y'all be scaring me sometimes, man. Y'all be acting like that. Give me a second.